Welcome back to the channel. Today we are swapping out the turn signals in this 2024 Toyota Tacoma TRD Off-Road Hybrid. The only part of this car that is not LED are the turn signals. So I'll show you a little bit before and a little bit after. I am definitely looking forward to having everything LED on this truck. So without further ado, here we go. So this is what it looks like from the factory. You can tell it's not super bright. It's definitely not LED. That's for sure. The bulb itself is actually pretty easy to get to. It literally just goes in like right under here. It's real easy to pull out. You of course always want to test it, so I did get it plugged in here. And it is working. It's flashing at the normal rate. Now with that plugged back in, you can tell which one of those two lights is brighter and more crisp. So the other side's a little bit trickier. You actually have to push down on these. I already pushed on them. But yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And once you push on them, this just lifts right out. And then you can just set that down. And then you'll have a lot more room to get to the light. Now to actually get this whole harness thing out, it's super easy. You literally just turn it like ever so slightly, and it'll just pop right out, and you pull it out, and then you pull this bulb out. You want to make sure you don't take this whole fixture out. Just pull on the bulb itself, and it'll just come right out. So I have now installed both bulbs. This one's now in. As you can tell, this one is not working, and this one is. So if you read in the owner's manual, it actually says if this doesn't work, try flipping it around and putting it back in. So let's go ahead and try that. Well, now you can see I took that out, flipped it around. It is now working. Both of these are blinking, so let's go ahead and stick it in the light. Now that both of these are installed and working correctly, what we need to do is put this box back in here. So you want to line it up the way it was. And these screws, I think you just kind of need a screwdriver to kind of pop them back in. Okay, so for these little screws, you don't actually need a screwdriver, you just have to push them up. As you can see, it's now kind of opened up at the end, and then you just take that in the screw hole and just put it in there, and you do that to all of them. Push them in, and everything will be good to go. And with these clips, you want to make sure that they look like this right before you put them back in. And you just stick them in and then push on the top. You'll hear a little pop sound, and that's all there is to it. Just make sure you do that to all 4 and you're good to go. And there is our finished product. You can see both of them are LED. They are working correctly. They are considerably brighter than the old ones, and I will include a night shot as well, just so you can see how bright it is in the middle of the night. So here we can see what the lights look like with it slightly dark outside. You can see it's significantly brighter than what comes from the factory. And then the next video will be once it is completely dark outside. And here we have it completely dark outside with the headlights on and fog lights on. You can see the turn signals are nice and bright. And last but not least, this is what they look like with just them on. I'll be putting the link for this down in the description. But overall, it's definitely much brighter. I am a big fan of it. I think it's going to be real nice. Definitely happy to get rid of those factory lights, that's for sure.